Greetings from the second age of reason. I'm just going to stop on a small topic today. Well, maybe it's not that small, but I thought I would just put in 2 cents worth towards the push for defunding of Planned Parenthood. And I don't really have too much to say about it because I've never ever used Planned Parenthood, but I would imagine that a lot of people have. A lot of people need Planned Parenthood. It has a certain role to play in society. Some people have said that a lot of its things are no longer clinically necessary, but I don't think they were doctors. They were politicians who are looking to make brownie points in certain areas. So I'm not going to comment exactly on the medical necessity of Planned Parenthood and some other procedures they may offer. But I am going to say they have performed a function, and I'm sure there are people who have taken advantage of that and appreciate that agency or organization, whatever. So I do recall some people who were complaining about it saying that one of its founders, I think somebody named Sanger, had said a number of rather nasty things you might call racism or eugenics or whatever, because they had a certain plan when they first came out with it. And even in the state of Wisconsin, where I am from, there was a eugenics thing back in the beginning of the 20th century. So this is not a brand new concept. It's been around for a while. And even in the case of the certain political movements like National Socialism or Nazis, it had been there too. So it does have kind of a sordid past. However, we should look at its current and present implementation and what it does for people. Secondly, I could argue that Planned Parenthood is totally unnecessary had they passed a good, comprehensive, single-payer health care system, because it would have all been included in the health service provided by the government. And so I'm going to just touch on it again because it's one of my stomping points. Single-payer health care. How does it work? Number 1, who is covered? Everyone. Number 2, what is covered? Everything. Number 3, who pays the bills? The government pays the bills to the provider, and it's audited so that they can't do fraud. Because the money only goes between provider and government, that's the only point that fraud could possibly happen. Who controls? Who makes the decisions? Patient and doctor. The government, the insurer, is totally out of the picture. The patient and the doctor control what is needed and what is done. So, who benefits from this? The patient benefits because they will have their medical needs taken care of as are needed. After all, each of us is only temporarily able-bodied. What do businesses get out of the deal? Businesses do no longer have to maintain a relationship with an insurance entity. They can get rid of that fringe benefit from their expenses. So it actually adds to their bottom line. And then they don't have to worry as much about employees that become sick having to have fundraisers to pay for their health care that the insurance doesn't quite cover. How do providers benefit? Providers benefit because the payer, which is the government, always pays. So they do not have to go out and try to collect from here or try to collect from there from people who don't have money and from 30 different insurance companies with 20 different policies, all a different business process in a different form, in which there's a whole lot of room for error, and they don't have to worry about the insurance company saying they won't pay for it or they'll pay a different percentage of it. It makes the business process a lot simpler, and you've eliminated a $1 trillion middleman. So you would be able to not have to worry about Planned Parenthood because it simply would disappear or become a provider. The other thing it would eliminate is Medicare and Medicaid and veterans' health benefits and other health benefits that may have been obtained through employee organizations and labor unions. Because it's all one thing then, one business process, one simple thing, simple rules. And so you'd say, how would you pay for it? You would pay for it through income taxes, payroll taxes. We pay for huge wars and things, so it's just a matter of the money being spent on you instead of on some military supplier, contractor. Money being invested in you and your health instead of in the death of others. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for now. One more thing for single payer, and I'm just going to clarify. Single payer is not Medicare for all. Medicare is not free. It's free to join, but when you get medical attention, you do have to pay some money out. It's not that free after all. It's still another insurance, and you still have to get supplemental insurance to cover other hospitalizations and other medications and so forth, whereas a true single payer would all be under one roof. So now I'll finally leave you with that. So until later, we'll be seeing you.